Welcome to today's baby wearing workout. We're going to be going through a 5-minute flow here to work on strengthening around our pelvis and our lower body. These are exercises that I use with my patients on the regular so that they can incorporate strengthening movements while they are already caring for their little one. I understand how challenging it is to find time for your exercises while you're already caring for your little ones. So that's why we're going to pair them together so you can get a 2-for-1 deal. So before we get started, friendly reminder to make sure that your carrier and your babe are sitting up high enough so that your torso and your pelvis are stacked well. If you're not sure what I mean by that, I highly recommend that you check out the video linked in the description below, where I go over how to make sure that your carrier and your babe are set up well for your body so that you can avoid the common back pain and pelvic floor symptoms that many people experience when they're baby wearing. So let's go ahead and get started with our movement. You're gonna need a chair here. We're gonna start with our squats. Go ahead and take a seat at the edge of your chair. And I invite you to bring your feet so that they are a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. We are going to hinge forward and then exhale as we stand up tall. I'm going to inhale as I hinge, bending at my knees, making contact with the chair, and then coming back to vertical. Once again, we inhale as we hinge, exhale, pushing through the tripods of my feet, big toe, pinky toe to heel, keeping that weight equally also as I lower down. Notice how I'm hinging my torso forward on that 45-degree angle as I stand up tall. That's going to help me really access my glutes and feel more connected through my whole body. Same thing as I hinge to lower down so that I can control my body weight down to the chair. I often tell my patients, think about standing and lowering down like a ninja. Imagine if baby's sleeping, we want to be really mindful and controlled with our movements rather than plopping into the chair. This is meaning that we're using our glutes, we're using our quads and our inner thigh muscles to really support our body best here. One more here. Good. So again, we hinge as we inhale, exhale to stand up tall. Hey mama, are you feeling confused and overwhelmed about how to feel strong again in your body after having your baby? Know that you are so not alone. That's why I created a return to exercise strength program to help give you a plan to follow so that you can return to exercise with confidence. Be sure to check out the link in the description below for more details. Now I'm gonna come to the back of my chair and we're gonna go through some lunges here. I'm gonna use the chair for a little bit of balance. I'm gonna start with my left foot in front, right foot behind. From here, I'm going to inhale as I hinge my torso and lower down towards the floor. Exhale to stand up tall. As I inhale and lower down, notice that my left knee is coming over my left foot. That's going to help me ground into my tripod of my front foot and really access my left glute. I want about 70% of my body weight in that front leg so that I'm really working that leg well. And also noticing that I'm inviting my torso to hinge that little bit more forward rather than staying vertical. Vertical is going to be more of a quad workout. We want to really help our glutes join the party here. So that hinge is going to really help us to find our glutes and work with our quads. So as you go in this way, choose what depth feels helpful for you. If you're not able to go as deep as I am, that's okay. Just meet your body where it is. And then over time, as you get stronger, you'll be able to bring your body down closer to the ground. Let's go ahead and switch our feet. So my right foot now is in front. I'm going to inhale as I hinge and lower down. Right knee is coming over my right foot. Exhale to stand up tall. I'm being mindful that my hand here on the chair is just as light as I can keep it. If we death grip the chair, that's going to take work out of our leg, which is the purpose that we're working on. So again, our breath here is also to help our pelvic floor and our lower abdominals to help join us. As we inhale, that's creating a lengthening moment for the pelvic floor. As we exhale, it's contracting and working with our low abdominals. Keep that 70% body weight in that front leg. And notice that we want our pelvis to also stay pointing straight ahead. We don't want it twisting or turning as we're going. So if you're noticing that twist, just come down as far as you can organize your pelvis well. And then over time, you'll be able to increase your depth as you get stronger. All right, now we're gonna go into what I like to call a mini deadlift. So in motherhood, there is a lot of hinging and bending over. So we wanna train that and strengthen that. So I'm gonna use my chair here again. I'm gonna take my feet so that they're about shoulder distance apart. I'm gonna take a micro bend in my knees. I'm gonna inhale as I hinge just that little bit forward towards the chair. And then exhale to stand back up tall. Inhale to hinge. And you should feel how your glutes have to lengthen, your hamstrings have to lengthen, and I want equal distribution into the tripods of your feet. Exhale, press the floor away to return back up tall. As we inhale, we're wanting to really expand through the back side of the body. My spine is staying long. Exhale, my glutes, hamstrings are helping me to return back up tall. This is a movement that we need to do a lot when we're putting baby, let's say, in their bassinet or into a stroller or maybe even a car seat. So we want to strengthen into this motion so that we're not hinging from our back, but rather hinging from our pelvis and our hip here so that we can do that movement well. One more time here, hinging, keeping that little micro bend of my knees. Exhale, standing back up tall, and being mindful that when we return to tall standing, we're not pressing our pelvis past our rib cage, but instead keeping the rib cage right over the pelvis to finish tall. So now from here, we're gonna go into our heel raises. So our calf muscles and our feet and the muscles of our feet undergo a lot of changes through pregnancy. And so a lot of my patients are really surprised to notice that they have a lot of weakness in their feet and their calf muscles. So we're gonna work on it here. So bring your feet so that they are about hip distance apart. We are going to inhale as we lift our heels up onto the balls of our feet, and then exhale as you control your body weight back down. Once again, we inhale to lift up, we exhale to lower back down. As you move in this way, be mindful that as you come up to the top of your heel lift position, that you're not pressing your pelvis forward and hinging into your low back. Stay stacked with that rib cage over your pelvis. Also be mindful that as you lift your heels up, that we're not pressing our heels out to the side, but rather we are staying parallel and anchoring through the big and second toe. So really roll through that big and second toe as you come up, and then control the lowering also through that big and second toe. And working in this way is gonna help really strengthen our calf muscles and strengthen the arch of our foot. One more here. So we inhale to lift, exhale to lower back down. So if you have the time, feel free to run through this flow more than once. And these movements are really helpful to incorporate into your day. They do not have to be right after the other, although this 5-minute flow is a really nice one to fold into your day when you can. And know that as you go through this, you will start to feel stronger and you may not need the chair as well. So feel free, if this feels like you don't really need it for balance or support, you don't have to use the chair either. So I hope you found this helpful to give you some creative ways to work on your strengthening while you're baby wearing at the same time.